What up, gamers? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna continue playing with the Royal Hogs, and I read John 7 today, and I really loved verse 37. The second half says, Jesus stood and cried out, saying, oh goodness, okay, well I just put it in the wrong line. I thought it was monk. He stood up, cried out, saying, if anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink. He who believes into me, as the scripture said, out of his innermost being shall flow rivers of living water. Rivers of living water. Then it continues to say on 39, but this he said concerning the Spirit, whom those who believed into him were about to receive. For the Spirit was not yet, because Jesus had not yet been glorified. Which is interesting. We now have the Spirit of the Lord within us as our helper. And that is because Jesus died and was glorified, and the Spirit was outpoured into every believer. So that's why it says that part at the end. That's why they didn't have the Spirit at that time. Didn't have it within them, at least. He's giving me a bunch of ways to get King Tower, so I appreciate that, man. Still get King Tower. W. Okay, then also a great mission statement that I accidentally found in John 7, which just perfectly summarizes why I've been taking my videos in the direction I have been lately, is verse 18, which goes hand in hand with verse 17. I'll read those to you in a second when I get some time, but okay. Pekka. Cycle hog, or hogs the other lane. They're being tanked for. It's kind of over for this guy. Look at that death damage. Yeah. It's just over. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just sorry. But it's over. Get the skellies down. Your vines have no power here. We're going to take both this guy's towers. He's going to Mega Knight, but he's got to deal with the left side. And split lane pressure is just a really strong concept. Oh, we got a log. I'm taking both towers, actually. Oh, not quite. Okay, sorry. Mission statement starts with 16. Jesus therefore answered them and said, my teaching is not mine, but his who sent me. And then 17, if anyone resolves to do his will, his being capital H, so God's will, he will know concerning the teaching, whether it is of God or whether I speak from myself. Verse 18 says, he who speaks from himself seeks his own glory, but he who seeks the glory of him who sent him being capital in each case here. Okay, we'll try and brain rot this for you. Him who sent him, this one is true, and unrighteousness is not in him. So, if it wasn't clear just from that reading, okay, why did I accept that? I need vines. Dude, this is the most nonsensical use of strikes you've probably ever seen. But if it wasn't clear just from that, I want to seek the glory of the Lord, and I want to speak of the Spirit. I don't want to speak of myself, because what I really seek is the glory of the Lord. I don't want to increase myself. I want to increase the Lord. What is that verse? It says, I must decrease. He must increase, but I must decrease. That was like 2 days ago, and I already can't remember. Should be Should be in John 5, I believe. But all that to say, that's why I've been putting more intentionality and care into these videos, to actually put the Lord first and make that the focus, not just whatever's going on in my life. Like, I wouldn't say that my videos were super self-glorifying, but I did become the focus of the videos, and that's not really what I intended. So I hope that going forward, some differences can be attained and noticed. This can's going to serve multiple purposes here. Dang, dude, stop and get away from the tower. Okay, I should have played the musketeer a little bit lower. Just one more tile to the right. Okay. My musk is dead. How did he come out on top? He should not have come out on top on that. He doesn't even know how to cycle his bats correctly to get damage, man. We're gonna leak? Okay, we're not gonna leak no more. I was thinking he was just gonna E-giant the back, like a good little pleb, but bigger plans. He's gonna guards and stuff. Notice how I said I wanted to make the focus of the channel the Lord, then I immediately start talking about anything else. I mean, I did really just appreciate those verses, and I hope what I'm saying makes sense, especially with the Lord's, the Spirit not being outpoured yet. The people not having the Spirit of God. So it was the outpouring at Pentecost, and yikes, I should have played that cannon differently. Is he really going to take my tower? Oh my gosh. And I've made 3 videos today, this being the 3rd, and well, that was real intelligent. Yes, get death damage. Because I'm going out of town on Friday, so I'm trying to get ahead of the curve and record some videos so I don't miss a day. This mini pack is going to be the death of me. Bro, chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Man, E-giant. I haven't had to play against much beatdown. Not E-giant beatdown. I feel like I don't know what's happening right now. Like, I don't normally struggle with beatdown like this. Oh my gosh, he just pre-lightninged me. If I'd actually just waited like one more second, then he would have lost. Okay, that might not be true. Let's see. Yes, I personally really like the sound of rivers of living water. That's what I want to be able to... I want it to be very palpable and very noticeable there's certain Christians that they light up the room with the Lord. You can just feel there's this air of gentleness and just care that they have that I feel like you can't find it anywhere else. That's a recurring theme of what I've been talking about, is that like a lot of this stuff that you find in the Lord, you can't be bought, can't be found even. Like it just can't, like it's unattainable. We got an emote spammer. We'll give him a 6-7. It's just something that I've noticed as I've gotten old enough to experience the world. And in my limited experience, I just have found certain things to be valuable, things that the Lord offers. Oh my gosh, of course he has Meganite. Why is Meganite in your log bait deck? Why would you do that? Just stop. Get off the tower. Sack half the tower to get King Tower activation. Worth it? I think so. It's not worth it. This guy has Inferno Tower. Okay, so he's gonna Goblin Barrel in a second. I'm gonna have to Fireball and then... Okay. We're gonna Golem. We're gonna show him some real split lane pressure here in a second. Yeah, your Mega Knight has no power here, bruh. Okay, it might have some power here, but not as much as it had before this update. Oh my gosh, bruh. I can't with this. How am I gonna break through, bruh? I've not been keeping track of the Eva barrel. Oh, good timing. Run. Run, piggies, run. And they're all getting stuck. He's kind of wasting his log, so I get to just log whatever now. I am going to be waking up early tomorrow to go study the Bible, and I'm really looking forward to it. Going to another brother's house who I look up to in the faith. I think it's always a great thing to do. I feel like I just gain so much whenever I talk to some of the more experienced brothers. That's something that, going kind of far off the rails here, that's something that I feel like we don't have a lot of in our culture in general, is older generations guiding younger generations. That's something that I feel like the church preserves, is valuing your elders. I feel like a lot of the modern culture is trying to throw out the precedents and expectations of older generations. And there are some bad precedents and bad expectations and bad norms, but there's good ones too that shouldn't be thrown out. A lot of, like, basic manners. A lot of kids don't have basic manners. A lot of respect is not really upheld. And I feel like that's why the culture feels like it's less and less godly, is there's less respect for the things that deserve respect. So, what do we do about that? We try and have respect, and if you have kids, teach them to respect the things that deserve respect and help guide them to those things. I don't know. I'm not a father. I don't know what I'm talking about. Kind of just riffing here. But it's, let's see, 12:33. I gotta be up in like 5.5 hours, so I appreciate you. I hope you've gained something of the Lord from this, and I'll be back tomorrow. See you.